playing for Tioni Obre and Joshua Suapaia over there. And Charlie Wade,
terrific,
starting to create a little bit of a pipeline with that club. So Ramos able to get it over. Good pass by Goswiller. Outside, Austin Kinji. Was there a touch? No touch. It goes long. Point for Hawaii. And they're within one here in the third set.
And a rare error from Kinji, only his second error all night. He's down to hitting 429, by the way. A measly 429. Up 200 points from his normal average.
Ramos to the middle of the floor. Goswiller the pass. Austin Kinji blocked, kept alive by Marks, but it's at the net. And Hawaii playing some defense. Zarkovic will send a free ball the Gauchos' way. Tight pass, though, and Hawaii able to win an easy joust. That was a gift from UCSB. We're knotted at 10. Timeout, Rick McLaughlin and the Gauchos. Hawaii playing for survival. Back here at the Stan Sheriff Center, we're knotted up at 10. It's set number 3. Hawaii down 2-0. Joby Ramos continues to serve from the end line here for the Warriors. Jump serve, gets it in. Overpass by Kinji, joust at the net. Gauchos will have it on the attack. They go to Light, and that was a laser beam for the Gaucho point.
Wow, what a shot. Broken play. Somehow Coker gets that set up beautifully for Light, and he just delivers. Wow, what a shot. Only 6'4", but he's playing like a 6'8" opposite.
We're going to give that the hard hit, sponsored by Hardware Hawaii. Zarkovic blocked, popped up by Ramos. Here's Marks. He'll get a swing into it. Not a good piece of it, but an even better dig by Chad Kinji. Now brother Austin is roofed. Zarkovic was there. Here's another look at that hard hit brought to you by Hardware Hawaii, courtesy Evan Light. And you got to give credit to Andrew Coker. Came in as the backup setter, got the start tonight because of the sick starter, Jonah Safe. Came down with a stomach virus last night. I don't know if he ate some bad sushi or something like that, but he's dealing with something fierce right now. But Coker comes in, and he has been setting them up as well as you can imagine for a guy in his position.
Especially being a walk-on. Wasn't even a recruited scholarship athlete.
Nick West from the middle, kept alive by Kinji. Outside, Goswiller turned back by Nick West.
Finally, Goswiller proves that he's not perfect. He finally hits one into the block and makes a hitting error. And credit Marks for a nice block on the outside. It's a nice step close, swing block, point.
Marks getting the better of that one, and it's Nick West back to serve. 6th tie of this third set. Here's Light, another absolute bomb dropped by Evan Light.
Well, you remember our Jack fact?
Yeah.
The Filipinos invented the spike back in 1916. This guy is the original bomberino, right? That's what they used to call attackers in those days. He is a bomberino.
That serve goes long from Jake Stahl, yeah. And again, going back to Coker, I mean, he's been setting some fatties, hanging them up there like piñatas, and Light's exploding. JP Marks the jump serve, and that goes long.
Marks started off the night with a service error. And that's his second error. That ball's not too far out.
Oh, just missed. Marks getting the swing and got under that one. That is a point for UCSB. They reach 15 first once again. We'll be back. Back here at the Stan Sheriff Center, it has been the Evan Light story. 15 kills on 26 attempts, 5 errors. He's hitting .385. UCSB hitting .303 as a team. And up 15, serving 13. Hawaii on the comeback trail. Olsen gets him within a point.
All started with a good Siki Sarkovic pass to the net where Ramos could all 3 attackers. And that time, Santa Barbara went up with the middle, giving Jace Olsen a one-on-one on the outside. And it all started with a good pass, that first contact.
Olsen bringing the serve. Pass by Goswiller. He'll get it back. Goes off the block and out. All of a sudden, Grant Goswiller turning into a kill machine here for the Gauchos.
Is he making a run at player of the game? Is that what he's doing here? If we're going to vote on his performance for the best minutes played, most quality minutes, he would probably have it right now.
There he is on the serve. Nice pass by Matthew Cheap. Middle set goes to Averill, and he's able to get it past the extended effort of Goswiller.
Once again, when that pass is inside the 3-meter line, gives Ramos a much better chance to set all 3 attackers. That time he found Taylor Averill. He wanted to get that middle active once again.
Good look at Taylor Averill.
We'll see if Averill serves his patent short serve just over the net to take one of the attackers out of the play.
San Jose native. Takes a long breath, now gets into it just over the net. Now Light, though, with the swing, and another kill for Evan Light. 16th of the match.
The more impressive fact is he's hitting .407. He's only got 5 errors in 27 swings.
Just having one of those nights. It has been a buzzsaw that Hawaii has run into in the form of Evan Light.
Remember, our big question coming into this series was, why is Evan Light starting? There's another guy that was playing that position, got over 3 kills a game.
Back row set to J.P. Marks. This is the wide to the near side. Point for the Gauchos. It is 18 serving 15. Timeout, Charlie Wade. And you're now at the critical juncture here, Chris. Season on the line, as we have mentioned time and time again in regard to the MPSF playoff picture. Hawaii estimating that it has to win out in order to get into the playoffs. And right now trailing by 3 in the 3rd set. Let's send it over to Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan.
Hey, Kano. Well, we are actually in the Cheap seats, if you'll call that, filled with the family of senior Matt Cheap. I'm joined with his father, Michael, and sister Lauren. I'm going to start off with Lauren. Lauren, you know, you're no stranger to the TV and to publicity here in Hawaii, of course. Former Miss Hawaii, a state representative. You know, Matt has supported you in those times when you were running. What does it mean for you to be here out supporting him all these games?
It means so much to me. When we were young, we used to come. We didn't have TV, so we'd come to these games. And I just remember Matt saying that he was only 4 years old, and he was so focused on the games. And so I've been coming to every single game for 5 years, and it's so great to see him play now.
And how many of you are here in the stands, you would say?
I think there's about 60 to 70 of us supporting Matthew Cheap tonight.
Nice. I want to talk to Dad here. And what does it mean for you? I mean, you've seen your son obviously grow up and play at Mililani. What does it mean for you as a father to kind of see him and the role that he's playing right now?
Well, it's kind of fun. I mean, I was a big sports fanatic and played a lot. And unfortunately, through injuries, so I kind of get to live my life through Matt. So it's been really fun to see him grow from a kid that was, I think, about 4'10" when he was a freshman in high school. And fortunately, he grew. But it's been just an incredible year. And we've been really happy they've had 5-set matches. We've sought more Matt. But it's been great.
Well, Michael and Lauren, thank you very much. Kono, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Good to see the Cheap family, some of the friends, supporters in the Stan Sheriff Center tonight. And Lauren, who is a former Miss Hawaii, as mentioned, the current state representative. You saw in that graphic, tonight will be the only night that she's referred to as Matthew Cheap's sister.
That's
with
right.
all of those titles that she carries.
He's always been Lauren Cheap's little brother.
There's Evan Light.
Well, he just can do no wrong tonight.
Yeah, the rest of the Gaucho team will be known as Evan Light's teammates here going forward after this evening's effort. You know, Lauren Cheap, getting back to her, also a former Rainbow Wahine water polo player. West dug up one-handed style by Coker. Chance for the Warriors. Zarkovich on the right side. Cross court and wide. Point for UCSB. They get to the 20-point plateau, and they are 5 away from shutting the door on Hawaii in sweep fashion.
Siki not used to hitting on the right. He usually hits on the left on every single rotation. That one there, a little unforced area, unusual from Siki.
And Marks hitting it into the net. A point for the Gauchos. Warriors trail by 5. And Chris, it is now or never time here for this team.
Another unforced error. I know they've got to be frustrated. I'm sure the coaching staff is frustrated. The players are frustrated right now because there's nothing worse than giving the points to the other team as opposed to having the other team win the points. So when you see Light put one down, it's not so bad because he has deserved everything that he got. And when he swings, it's pretty impressive. But when Hawaii hits the ball into the net or hits it out unforced, it becomes a little more frustrating because you feel like you're not making the other team earn it.
Saw the support for Matthew Cheap in the stands. Also a little support from one of the other Hawaii coaches. Legendary coach himself, Dave Shoji of the Rainbow Wahine volleyball team. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the Rainbow Wahine volleyball golf tournament is going to be held May 2nd at Kaneohe Clipper. 956-6229, the number to call for more info, 956-6229. Dave with the expression that I think is shared by many of the fans here at the Stan Sheriff Center, the look of concern, because as we have talked about time and time again, for all intents and purposes, the season on the line right now, this Warrior team.
Yeah, Dave has watched an awful lot of men's volleyball. He used to coach the men's volleyball team when it first started way back in the 70s. He was coaching the men's volleyball team while he was doing the women's team. And he's certainly watched a lot of volleyball over the last few years as his son Kavika and his son Eric have played for Stanford University. And then recently he's gone overseas to watch them play in Germany where they've had much success.
See the baseball score from Les Murakami Stadium, tied up Rainbows and Gauchos, an overpass and a kill for Austin Kinji. It is 22-16. That is a 9-3 run for UCSB.
Another unforced error. That serve I don't think was that difficult. I'm sure Matthew Cheap, if he passed that ball 10 more times, it'd be a perfect pass 10 times.
The best thing that Hawaii could have seen in that scenario, a serve that goes into the net. So Siki Zarkovic will walk back to send it into play. Rainbow Wahine softball team up 5-2 on UC Davis in the top of the 6th. We will keep you posted for as long as we're on the air. Zarkovic into the net. It goes. That was devastating.
Count at least 4 unforced errors in the last 6 plays for the Warriors. Not good.
Austin Kinji. Tit for tat series of errors at the moment. Hawaii's still trailing though.
If anybody could bring the Warriors back into this game, it would be a guy who could serve 5 aces and we could be at 23 all.
Did not play through this third set until this moment. Brooks Sador sent into the lineup, back to serve. Entered this week 5th in the MPSF in aces per set. They could use a few right now.
Forced a bad pass.
Goswiller off the block and out. Grant Goswiller has erupted out of nowhere. Wasn't even on the radar. And he has made it happen for UCSB when they have needed it the most here in this third set.
Here's our CPB How It Works play. Grant Goswiller, the young one from off the bench, normally a libero, come in as an outside hitter, and that's how it works when you're called as a fireman.
Averill prolongs the match. It is 19 serving 24 on match point for UC Santa Barbara. And it is JP Marks. He'll hold this match in his hands for the moment. Here it is. Pass Kinji, overpass, Olsen, dug up by Kinji, what a play! Light off the block, kept alive by Marks. Marks will get it back from the back row, takes something off, right there is Coker. Gauchos going for the win, Light blocked and out. That is your set, that is your match. The Gauchos bust out the brooms on the Warriors in Hawaii's home finale on senior night. UCSB with the sweep.